Chloe, what time is it?
I don't know, but it's getting kind of late.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show,
where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
This week is our very special Way Back Wednesday episode.
That's right, we're throwing it back to our younger years, starting in elementary school. Anna, what were you like in elementary school?
Personally, loved elementary school. Pretty sure that I peaked in second grade. That was a really good year for me. I was like really cool, I guess. Second grade, I was in a band. I was like the backup singer. I wrote some of the songs, so I had that going for me. That's me for, say, second grade, rocking the look. I really do look like I was in a band. I had a boyfriend. He was also in the band. That was a really fun time. He was okay. He was a second grade boy. Like what can you really expect? But I was a great girlfriend. Saved him a spot on the carpet for story time. The lady who sold the cookies on the snack line lived next door to my grandma, and I was like friends with her daughters. So she would give me free cookies, and I would give those cookies to my boyfriend because I was just so generous. And I would also, in the band, like I would write love songs for him.
Okay.
Because I was just so loving. Oh, of course, you know me, little Taylor Swift. One day, one of my friends came up to me and was like, hey, I'm not gonna say his name, I don't wanna like out him. But
no
he said, all your friends are stupid. And so I walked up to him at recess. I remember the moment perfectly. He was on the swirly slide. He was like at the top, about to go down. And I went, we're done. I was like, you're done. I'm breaking up with you. And he was like, why? His voice was not that deep. It was second grade. But yeah, he eventually told me that he was just using me for the cookies and the spot on the carpet.
Wow.
So that was really fun. What about you, Chloe? What were you like in elementary school?
Honestly, I don't want to talk about it. Just kidding. I will talk about it. I don't have a lot of memory from elementary school. Like, honestly, nothing really happened. I just was like a kid that I got bullied in 5th grade, but that's the end of elementary school. The good years, like 3rd and 4th, I don't know, I had my Monster High dolls. I was obsessed with them. I'd bring them like in 3rd and 4th grade every morning, play with them. I had my Littlest Pet Shops. I probably peaked, but I don't know. I one time in 3rd grade had a Furby, and I brought it in for show and tell. Yeah, no, those things are so cool.
The Furby.
And it wouldn't shut up. It wouldn't stop talking. So I had to put it So I had to put it in my bag and stuff it at the bottom because it wouldn't like stop. So my teacher was like, oh my God. We tried like everything to shut it off. Honestly, we could have just taken out the batteries. We didn't. But I just had to stuff it in the bottom of my bag. And that's really like all I remember. And I remember I loved 3rd grade. I loved it so much that I never wanted to leave school, even when I was sick. And I remember we were like doing like carpet readings, and I was like, my stomach hurt so bad. I was like hunched over, like, oh my God. And my teacher was like, Chloe, do you want to go to the nurse? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I will not go to the nurse. And then they sent me to the nurse, and I had to go home, and I cried. I was sobbing down the hallway, and one teacher was like, are you okay, sweetie? And I was like, I have to go home. And that was all I remember from that day. But I honestly was so upset and so like mad that they were sending me home because I loved school so much. That did happen to change though, because nothing really happened in 4th grade other than like the dolls and I don't know, I loved like the Polar Express, like the other like Christmas days before, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Vacation. Those are my favorite. I had a company that I like went with my friend to make mustaches out of paper, and we would like cut them out and color them in, and we'd have like clients and they would like, or customers, and they would like buy our mustaches. And we would fight each other. We'd be like, my mustaches are better than yours. And we got pressed. We like actually, friendship ended.
We had like a similar thing in my elementary school. We would draw on each other, and it'd be like a tattoo company, and people would fight over the tattoos to the point where like our teachers yelled at us for drawing on each other and like selling tattoos. We would like sell them for like $1 or like snack.
Cute.
We would trade like cookies for tattoos.
Nah, mine was free. It was just the amount of customers you had. Like if you didn't have any customers, like get out. But like me and this one girl, I used to be really close, and we just like continued to fight each other over whose mustaches were better, and it was so bad. Like I remember one kid like came up to me and he was like cool in the class, and I was like, he likes my mustaches better than hers. What can I say? Like it was like that, or like what were they called?
Fortune teller.
The fortune
things.
tellers. We had that too. My friend made a huge one on the floor Our class was bougie. We were like the smart class of like 4th grade.
Okay, Miss Girl.
I know.
Genius.
Yeah, that was like really it. Honestly, 4th grade was a vibe. We were smart, talented. I didn't get in the smart class next year, but we did our best to like, you know, have fun as little 4th graders, I guess. Nothing much could really happen. What about you? Any 4th grade stories?
4th grade, I really liked my teacher. She would dance on the desks and have like dance parties. My brother had her for 4th grade. She loved me. My brother's 2 years younger than me. She loved me when I was in 4th grade. And then 2 years later, my brother had her. She like hated him. So it's great. Loved it. But yeah, she would like dance on the tables. We had like, when we read books, we would like each get a character and like put on a little play for the book. I specifically remember we did Magic School Bus, and that was really fun.
Cute.
We all had like little hats. It was really cute.
I love that. But like 4th grade, kind of irrelevant. 5th
Fifth
grade
grade?
though?
Fire.
What are your 5th grade stories?
I actually had a low-key rough 5th grade. My
Same.
5th grade teacher was kind of low-key psycho.
Ooh.
She like threw like a chair across the room.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a fun time. This one girl, she was the sweetest girl. She was so quiet. She like would never talk during class. And every day my teacher would just yell at her and be like, "Stop talking." She never said a word in that class. I remember I got my ears pierced for my 10th birthday,
Okay,
which
cute,
was 5th
bougie.
grade.
Fancy.
And I like came in, I was like telling somebody about it, and my teacher like grabbed me, threw me in front of the room, was like, "Anna got her ears pierced. Okay, let's move on." And I was like, "Okay, thanks." Another important part of 5th grade that I want to bring up was my 5th grade trip, because with my elementary school, every year the 5th graders went on a trip. And yes, that was me on my 5th grade trip. We went to medieval times
I did
in
that
New Jersey.
6th grade.
Got a cute little jester hat. Love that for me. But I was so upset. Like I loved like theater, whatever, when I was younger. And every year before me, the 5th graders got to see Wicked. And I was so excited to see Wicked in 5th grade. Then 5th grade comes and they're like, "Okay, so we don't have enough money for you guys all to see Wicked this year. So we're going to medieval times." And I was like, okay, so everybody else got to go see Wicked. And I got to watch middle-aged men ride around on horses and poke each other with sticks. And eat like
Okay, take it back, because I love
food with my hands. Okay, I hated it. Cried the whole time. Year after me, went on a day cruise around the Statue of Liberty. Year after them, my brother's grade got to see the Blue Man Group. But no, we got medieval times.
Okay,
with
well,
the horses and the sticks.
see, we had medieval times, but like, a lot of people said they got food poisoning. But my 5th grade experience, I didn't like it. I did in fact get minorly bullied. But like, to be fair, it was kind of like rightfully so. Look at that. Who wouldn't bully her? Because I sure
I
would.
think you look cute.
Why does my head look so big? We're just not gonna talk about it. Moving on. But I would pester these kids, so like try to be friends with them, like the cool kids in my class, and like I don't know, like looking like that, understandable. I'm just kidding. Love my, oh, she's cute. But like they would like bully me in middle school, and I remember one time I offered this kid a jelly bean in return for a friendship, and he said no. And that was like the year Divergent came out too, and I was like, "Oh my god, like are you guys gonna see like I should too?" And they were like, "No," and I was like, "Okay." But like I was like friends with one of them, but like not with the rest of them, so it never like worked out. And I remember one time, like, oh, this was like the big day. Oh, story time. So she or what happened? They said I threw a rock at them, and I didn't. And they like all like
False
false accusations. They all ganged up on me and was like, "Chloe threw a rock at us." I was like, "No, I didn't," and I was bawling. I broke down, and I was like crying in this like playground, and I was like, "I didn't." I remember like because I was like me trying to like sit with them, and they were like, "Chloe threw a rock at us," and I was like,
That's so sad.
I know, tough times for little 5th grade me, but like no one stuck up for me, and it was like this lunch lady came over and was like, "Oh my god, like I would believe you if it was like 2 people, but it's 5." And she didn't believe me, and I got time out, and they were all like sat
Time out.
not time out, but like I got like stuck in a corner at like a table by myself, like sobbing about like how these kids threw a rock, or how I threw a rock at these kids. And so yeah, that was like a tough time, but fun story. That same lunch lady, well, okay, later they confessed to like this one lady because I was crying, and I talked to my 5th grade teacher, love her, she was amazing.
Can't relate.
I loved my 5th grade teacher. She was amazing. She like helped me through it. She like got those kids to talk to someone. They confessed, said that I never threw a rock at them. And then that same lunch lady, I went back to get my lunchbox because I forgot it, and she like grabbed my wrist, and I told my mom, and then she got her suspended. I love my mom.
Dang, Chloe
but-
coming for people's jobs.
Yeah, no, for real. No, I remember I came home that day like completely like sobbing to my mom. She's like, "How was school?" And I was like, this happened, Mom. Like, I told her about the story about the kids, and I told her about the lunch lady grabbing my wrist. She got so mad, went to the school, was like, how dare you? And then got her suspended, and then she had to smile at me for the rest of my time. And, you know, other than that, we had, like, off-brand Rainbow Loom and stuff, but that was really it.
It was fun.
Yeah. I don't know.
Elementary school was a fun time. My favorite part of elementary school was probably field day. I loved field day. We had it at the end of the years. Like, we also had carnival day, which was also a blast. But field day, fire. That's me at field day, 2nd grade. Again, peaked 2nd grade. Those 2 girls were in my band. Okay, nice. Those are my bandmates right there. Taylor and Caitlin, bandmates.
Squad right there.
But yeah, no, field day was great. We played like tug of war. We had water balloon toss. Potato sack races, which I was put in involuntarily one year, and I cried the whole time because I didn't want to do it, and cried to my gym teacher. I was like, why'd you do this to me? So that was fun. It was always like really intense. Like, we would all just scream at each other. It was great. Honestly, low key, think we should have brought field day to high school. I think
agree.
that would have been an experience.
Yeah.
If we had like just, because there's one thing when it's a bunch of elementary schoolers yelling at each other playing tug of war and a water balloon toss. But if you get a bunch of high schoolers together doing that,
agreed.
That'd be, honestly, that could be a really funny like reality show.
It would be really fun. Day. And it's like all stupid games too, like hula hooping. I won the hula hooping contest.
I was a fire hula hooper.
So was I. Oh, I loved it. But like, no, imagine like a bunch of high schoolers doing tug of war, or like hula hooping, or like jump rope or whatever.
Oh, jump rope. That'd be so fun.
Hopscotch. I don't know what to tell you.
We should just bring it to college. We should just organize a field day for us.
That was like the orientation week was like a field day. They had like a bouncy house and like axe throwing. I was like, okay.
Honestly, yeah, that could be fun.
College, love her.
Yeah, no, field day was fire. Christmas, like when like the holidays would come around, my school, we would all watch like the Polar Express. This was the one time you were allowed to go like into different classrooms, and you like each station had like a different movie playing, a different holiday snack, hot cocoa. We all wore pajamas. It was great.
I loved Polar Express, but we all know elementary school was really fun. But you know it was a very interesting era? Middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, middle school was a very interesting time. I know it's like different, like in different places, but my middle school was 6th grade to 8th grade. Like I know a lot of people have like 7th to like high school,
9th,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. We had 6th grade to 8th grade. Favorite part of middle school, I wouldn't say it's my favorite part. A big part was when we decorated our lockers. Like,
I loved it.
I had a mirror, I had zebra print wallpaper. Yep, there it is. That zebra print wallpaper does not look good there, but I thought it looked fire. I had like balloon stickers on there. I had a little dry erase board in the back. I would write myself notes. Some girls had like chandeliers.
I had chandeliers. I had a rug. I think I had a chandelier.
You had a rug and a chandelier.
I know I had a rug. I'm like maybe. Why is your locker so big? We had like half lockers. I'm like.
Oh, that was 6th graders had like the tall, skinny ones. 7th graders had like the half lockers, and then the 8th graders had like the bigger, tall ones.
No, we just had like half lockers for like all the years, and I loved having like the chandelier with like the mirrors and like the nice colored things, but I also loved when people would decorate for your birthday. I put so much effort in that stuff.
Yeah.
One time I did all like post-it notes too. Like
I got into a fight with somebody when it was decorating my locker for my birthday because I didn't give one girl my locker combination so she could decorate it, and then she got really upset. But that's a story for a different day. But like I loved it because we would always try to find the most embarrassing pictures of each other and stick it on the outside of the locker so that everybody walking past would see like the really bad pictures, and we would like tie like balloons, streamers, glitter, make a whole mess. Like we put wrapping paper all over my one friend's locker. It was a really fun time. I really loved decorating each other's lockers for birthdays.
Yeah, I loved it. I remember like my 8th grade year, almost nobody did it, and I was like, that's awkward. But like every other year, it was very nice. But like, enough with like 6th grade, because lockers didn't really exist in 7th grade. Like the decorations, no one did that in 7th grade. But my 7th grade year was filled with mostly sports. I was on the field hockey team. I was on the volleyball team. But then I tried out for softball. And I was a big softball kid. I played it for from 4th grade to 8th grade. I loved it. I didn't make the school team though. I literally wanted to sob. But instead of doing softball, I joined the drama club.
I also did drama in 7th grade. Luckily I did. That's where I met my best friend.
Love that.
That's me and Galia. She's my bestie. Pretty sure she's watching. Hey, Galia. So yeah, we did the play together. It was a really fun time. We actually started being friends because she had to go on stage. She dances, so she was like a featured dancer. She had a special role, and So she was like, oh, can you hold my phone? I'm going on stage. So I just took a bunch of like really ugly selfies on her phone before I gave it back. And then that's where our friendship just really blossomed, and we've been friends ever since. So 7th grade was really fun. I really am glad that I became friends with Galia. Love you, Gals. But yeah, it was a really fun time.
Yeah, no, I didn't do drama the next year. I went back 8th grade, same kind of sports, field hockey, volleyball, but instead of me doing the drama club, I can't sing nor dance and barely act. So like, honestly, there was no reason for me to be in drama. I was pulled up for track for looking athletic in my gym class. I was a tryhard in gym, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a tryhard, and my social studies teacher was the varsity track coach, and he went, you look athletic. Track? And I was like, okay. Track? And I was like, all right. And I did track for like 5 years. I hated it. But like, that was like my big 8th grade thing. I was like, dang, I'm a varsity track runner as an 8th grader. Yeah, I thought I was really cool for that. What about you for 8th grade?
8th grade, I pretty much just did the same stuff. I was on gymnastics, which was really fun. Like, I ended up doing that all through high school. Like, I made really good friends on gymnastics. That was fun. I did the play again. That's first day of 8th grade. Rocking that purple look, jewelry on fire, like the big binder. That's just like peak middle schooler right there. Had the nice little like pocketbook going on.
Cute.
But yeah, so gymnastics was fun. I made a lot of friends through that. And then I did twin day with my friend.
Yeah,
that was like the
too.
start of me being like really school spirited. So that's me and my friend JC for twin day.
Nice.
Really fun times. A lot of that was the start of me being really spirited. I did every spirit week growing up. And then when we got to high school, like senior superlatives, I won most school spirited.
Okay.
Not
I
to
didn't win
flex, but yeah, the spirit week was always my thing, and that like really started in middle school with twin day and like stuff like we did neon day for gymnastics. That was really fun. I loved 8th grade. I just loved middle school, which not a lot of people can say.
I didn't like middle school too much. It was okay. Like, I'm not gonna say like I didn't like it, but I didn't like love it. Like, my school spirit is actually not the best. Like, it honestly gets worse as the years go on, and my grade wasn't too much. Like, I remember like senior year, like we had like nothing good for like spirit week. Nobody did it. Wacky Wednesday was just different colored socks. Like, I know, I went all out. I looked weird. Like, that's why I got bullied. That's why.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, there we go. No, like for like character day, me and my brother would always go as like baseball players because it was just like what we had. Like, we both played softball and baseball, and then like Wacky Wednesday dressed up weird. One time my brother went as a girl, which is what we do senior year too.
Oh yeah,
like,
I remember
that was
talking about that.
Yeah, I love that. It was my favorite part of senior year. But we just like, as the years, like I didn't think it was, I mean, we probably were very spirited in middle school, but it just got worse as like the years went on. But like, it seemed like you had a lot of fun in 8th grade. I can only imagine that it got better in high school.
Yeah, high school was high school, which I'm sure you can agree.
Yeah.
But stay tuned because we are going to go through some more memories right after this break.
Ugh, so fun.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Our son Arjun was born with cystic fibrosis. CF is a genetic disease that shortens lives. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. We've made amazing progress, but until a cure is found for all people with CF, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrow's. Visit cff.org today.
Is there a danger hiding in your home? Unused opioid medicines could harm your family. Find your unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups and learn how to dispose of them safely at fda.gov/drug disposal.
Welcome back to the Way Back Wednesday episode of The Late Night Show,
where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Before the break, Chloe and I spent some time reliving our elementary school and middle school memories.
Yeah, it was slightly painful to look at some of those pictures, but we are back and it's time to talk about high school.
High school was fine, I guess. I really enjoyed my senior year between like senior season of gymnastics and a bunch of senior events. I was always having fun with my friends. One highlight was my broadcasting class. That's me and my friend. We were doing our anchor spots. We did community news for our school. I was in that class for 3 years. You normally only start that class as a junior. You take freshman and the sophomore stuff. But two of my friends and I actually joined sophomore year, so we got to be in the class for 3 years. It was really fun, and it's what made me really like broadcasting, and so now I'm a broadcasting major because I love that class so much.
I love that. I wish my school had something like that. We had like school announcements where I could do that in middle school. We didn't really have the same for high school. I can't really think of anything huge for high school. There probably is a bunch of stuff that I could talk about, but it would take too long. But honestly, it really did consist of sports, and like I was really big into like volleyball and track. Like that's what took up a lot of my time. And then I was also in like honors and APs. Shouldn't have been. I mean, just kidding. I could have been, but like it was still a lot of work to do, and it just took up a lot of time. But it was just kind of like, meh. Like it wasn't bad. I did enjoy high school, especially senior year. I really liked Spirit Week. That was like Wacky Wednesday. We got to dress up as I got to dress up as a boy, and I thought it was really funny and really like fun to do. And just like even though with COVID and everything, it was still nice. But I'm also kind of over talking about school.
Do you want to know what's more fun than talking about high school? What we used to watch before and after school.
So let's move on to our game. You may remember the last time we did play a game. It's called This or That.
This or That is a game where we have 2 or 3 options to pick between about a certain topic and discuss which one we like better.
So let's get right into it. So for our first one, it was, were you a Disney kid, a Nick kid, or a Cartoon Network kid?
I was a Disney kid, but I was also like a Disney XD kid.
Oh, Disney XD.
Because I was like, Disney XD is Disney for cool kids. So I was a little bit of a Disney XD kid, like Zeke and Luther. I loved Zeke and Luther. Like Kick Buttowski was a good one. Phineas and Ferb I think was Disney XD too.
Which was?
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, Phineas and we love Phineas and Ferb.
That was a good one.
No.
Disney XD kind of fire. I also really like Nick, like Teen Nick.
Teen Nick.
Teen Nick was really good. Nick at Night.
Nick at Night was funny.
Fire.
George Lopez would come on at like 8 p.m.
Oh, no, yeah. When you're just like, when you fall asleep on the couch and you wake up to the George Lopez theme song at 6 in the morning.
Exactly. That's such a core memory too. No, I don't know. I was like a Disney XD kid. Like my brothers were all Cartoon Network kids, so I have that too. And then like Nick, obviously. Like who didn't watch Nick? Like I don't know. It was just all of it. But I would have to say like, oh, I don't even know what I would be. I would probably a Nickelodeon kid, but like Disney. Actually, Disney kid. I was a Disney kid, and I got a mix of all of it. Like, you know, cultured. We got some of that Cartoon Network, got the regular show, got everything else. I got the Disney, the good Disney. What is it like? Good Luck Charlie. That was good. Nick.
Yeah, old Disney was really good.
Yeah, Teen Nick, Zoe 101. The new shows. Disney.
I mean, like they're fine.
They're okay.
No shame to Disney.
Not a little shame to Disney. A little slander. But like, I don't know. I love them all. It's like fun going back and watching like old shows and stuff. Like going back. I rewatched like Hannah Montana or Good Luck Charlie. I would rewatch Victorious, iCarly. Oh, maybe I was a Nick kid.
One is.
Maybe I was a Nick kid. Okay, yeah. The next one, iCarly versus Victorious. It's a tough one. This is like the main two.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to go with iCarly.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Victorious.
Like Victorious was good. iCarly was great.
Oh, you're so right. You're right. No,
Especially
you're right.
watching it now. Like if you watch iCarly now, it's still like just as good and just as funny as when we were watching when we were younger. Watching Victorious now, you just get annoyed with Victoria Justice.
Okay,
like,
you
just get annoyed.
All this Tory slander, I was a fan.
Of course you were.
Okay. What's that supposed to mean? No, I did love Victorious. My dad actually used to say it was my favorite show. And it probably was. I did watch it a lot. But iCarly, I do have to agree with you where it's like, the kind of like, it's still funny now.
It's still funny.
Like, Honestly, those are just two like the main good shows.
I do want to bring up though the iCarly Victorious crossover episode.
The best one
deserves more attention.
It does.
That I love. Also the the mashup theme song that they did.
Oh, I still listen to it. I had it on CD.
When I listen to the regular theme song, like I just automatically start singing the mashup because it's just better. And it's like that's what I have in my head. So I'm just very grateful that those shows came together for that and gave us that masterpiece of an episode and masterpiece of a song.
It low-key has plot holes though, for the sole fact that Tori was in an episode of iCarly that wasn't the crossover. Yeah,
they do talk about it though, because Freddie's like, oh, she looks like that chick you fought that one time.
That's just a cover-up.
Yeah, that's just them trying to like cover up the fact that
that's also kind of funny.
Yeah, but like they did address it.
It'd
be another thing if they didn't address it, but they addressed it. So
not to flex though, I did see Miranda Cosgrove in concert.
That is a flex.
I know, sparks fly and everything. That's what so good. No, I don't know. I can't even decide which one I liked more. But like the Victorious, just like all the songs, all of them hit. Okay, you had Take a Hint. You had
Best Friend's Brother.
LA Boys.
5 Fingers to the Face.
Exactly. Like it was just everything about both those shows are so good. But I probably would go with. Oh, maybe I will switch to iCarly. I don't know. Both.
All right, let's see what our next one is.
Sweet Life versus Hannah Montana. This one's easy for me.
That depends. No, that depends if we're talking about Sweet Life with Zach and Cody or Sweet Life on Deck. Because Sweet Life on Deck was far superior.
I didn't watch either. Ooh, the look. Ooh, no, I didn't like I would like get episodes here and there. Like obviously if I was like watching, what was it, Disney? If I was watching Disney, yeah, it is Disney.
Oh my God.
If I was watching Disney, I would like obviously catch a few episodes, but I never like invested my time in like I did to like Victorious.
I'm really disappointed in your childhood. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry. But I don't know, like they seem like good shows, but like I knew them, just not like if you asked me what the gist of Sweet Life or like the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, there we go.
Oh my God.
I couldn't tell you what it is, like, but I was a Hannah Montana kid. I like rewatched Hannah Montana. I had the bus. I had the Barbies.
I loved Hannah Montana. I was convinced that I looked like Miley Cyrus when I was younger, so I was like, oh my God, I'm Miley. And I was like convinced.
I could go off. I go off, I guess.
Let's see what our next one is.
Ooh, Drake and Josh versus Zoe 101. Oh. Zoe 101.
I want to say Zoe 101. I loved Zoe 101. It made me like literally be like, oh, I want to go to PCA. Not a real school, but I was convinced that I could go there. And I also just like loved just like Jamie Lynn Spears in it. She was really good. The love story between Zoe and Chase was like my favorite thing ever. I was very extremely invested in it.
As you should be.
Like my life revolved around their relationship, but also like Drake and Josh. I was in love with Drake Bell. So
controversial now, but
yeah,
we did love Drake and Josh. I did watch that all the time, but I think I did watch like every time Zoe 101 was on, I was like, I gotta watch it. And
Drake and Josh is another one that's like still funny.
It is. No, it is. I love Josh Peck. Seeing him with like really David Dobrik, I was like, this is
really good.
Ugh, I loved it. But what is the next one? Let's see.
Ooh, Good Luck Charlie versus Shake It Up. Honestly, this is a low-key a hot take because everybody always says that Good Luck Charlie is like the best show. I was never really a Good Luck Charlie fan.
Take it back.
I'm sorry, but I was Shake It Up. Shake It Up all the way. Also, Zendaya, you're really gonna sit here and tell me that Zendaya's show doesn't win in that argument?
Look, I love Zendaya, but like something about Good Luck Charlie. I could rewatch it all the time. I have not rewatched it, but we're gonna stop talking about that and move on to the next one. Lab Rats versus Gravity Falls. I used to watch Lab Rats before school every single morning, Disney XD. But
that's another one, Disney XD. I love Disney XD.
Gravity Falls has a place in my heart. Me and my brother went as, I have a twin brother. We went as Mabel and Dipper for Halloween one year. I cried on that last episode. I was so upset. I love Lab Rats, but Gravity Falls has my heart.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with Lab Rats. I tried to get into Gravity Falls. I know that a lot of people like it. I'm really sorry. I was just never really like a Gravity Falls person. I was like, I loved Lab Rats though. Also, when it got to the point where they had a spin-off and it was like some of the kids from Lab Rats and some of the kids from Mighty Med. Did you ever watch Mighty Med?
No.
Mighty Med was really good. I liked Mighty Med, but no. Mighty Med and Lab Rats together was also really good. So I'm gonna have to go with Lab Rats on that one.
All right. Well, talking about all of this just makes me want to watch some more TV right now.
make sure you follow us on Twitter and stay tuned for next week because that's all the time we have today
Yep.
on
Come
the
back next
Kinda
week.
Late Show.
The Kinda Late Show. Good night.